Snyder,
going down the
everybody,
list.
yeah.
You know,
They've all spoken up about appreciating what we do in terms of our music and bringing the idea of, I mean, look, rock and roll music in the last 10, 15 years has become virtually obsolete in the eyes of pop culture. You don't look, you don't look at the top bands that exist in society and see rock bands, and for us to be able to have success and in terms of mainstream society or what have you, it's a great thing that we're very proud of, to do something that is maybe reminiscent of hard rock or punk rock music to come back and have mainstream success, because it doesn't really exist. I mean, you look at, maybe you have bands like Nickelback, etc., and they're doing well, but there really isn't, since Manson of the '90s, that really hasn't been jeans and T-shirts. Because you look at rock shows, and it's so much of people that have their arms crossed and they want to look cool and maybe get a drink at the bar and hang out. Nobody really has fun at rock shows anymore. It's a scene thing. It's not about community.
Right. It is nice to see, especially guys your age, and then also kids in the crowd embracing the spontaneity and the energy that kind of comes along with rock and roll. Well, that came along with rock and roll when it was invented. When that transfer was made from country western and rockabilly to what we now know as rock and roll. I mean, that's what it was all about. The danger, the threatening nature, the spontaneity of it. And so it is good to see that you guys are, you're advancing that, and to see
we
that
say that. You said that danger, rebellion and stuff, it's been gone in so long. God, it's good to bring it back. And the spirit of rock and roll.
Yeah, no, very well said. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. It is no surprise to all you out there, Black Veil Brides in the house tonight. Andy and Ashley from the band. Again, it's bvbarmy.com, the official website. Sebastian, what's up?
Not much, man. How you doing, Doctor? Dr. Psycho, how you doing, guys?
All right. Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Hi. Am I really talking to Black Veil Brides?
Yes.
They're in here.
What up?
Some of us are.
Oh, my God. I'm going to have a bit of a freak-out moment. I am, a huge fan. Oh, my God. Okay, so...
Yeah, the band's cool, too. We know. Thank you.
Anyway, so my question is, a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend kind of suggested that we have, a group sex thing, but I would be the only girl. So there were, 5 other guys, and just,
that sounds gay right away. That doesn't sound very good.
So your boyfriend wants you and 5 other guys.
Yeah, you should be kind of curious about him.
Right. Sounds like he may be gay, and the other name for that, by the way, would be gang rape.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
And you're 16. How old were these guys?
Well, my boyfriend's 19.
Okay, this is gang rape by criminals. Wow. Sarah,
Okay.
I mean, wow.
Sarah, I got to ask you a question, and I'm being serious here. I'm not at all trying to bring up anything hurtful or anything. I want to know, why do you think so little of yourself that you would even contemplate engaging in this, let alone do it?
Well, I mean, because when he brought it up, he seemed really excited about it. So I thought
listen, Sarah. Pedophiles are very excited about touching little kids. It doesn't mean that it's okay. Just because someone has enthusiasm for something doesn't mean that you should go along with it. I'm being serious. You're not mature by any means. You're a kid, and every kid makes mistakes. Lord knows we all did. But at 16, what made you think that this was at all a good idea? Do you have a good relationship with your parents? What's going on in your life? I need to know.
I mean, well, my parents are divorced, but
Where's your dad?
Well, he's in Afghanistan right now.
Mm.
But, so I live with my mom and my stepdad, and, I mean, my relationship with them is good. I mean, nothing...
Did you really do this?
Did I what?
Did you actually do this? You really did this?
Yeah. The only thing that I can think of is that I just lost my virginity when I was really, really young.
How young?
Well, I was 7.
Okay, that you were sexually abused. That's not losing your virginity. That's being sexually abused.
But he was 7 too.
That's child-on-child sexual abuse. So some adult abused the other child, and then he abuses other children. That's called child-on-child sexual abuse. You need to tell somebody about that. That's why you don't have sufficient ability to even maintain your own body boundaries, that you would let somebody violate you like this because of that abuse. So this is no fooling. I mean, you've upset the band. You guys are inspiring her.
I got a tear in my eye now.
Give her a little inspiration.
Honestly, I mean, how it to me it's gut wrenching to see that to hear that you've gone through something like that. But how did you even meet this person that you're dating right now?
He was dating a friend of mine, and I met him through her, and then they broke up, but they stayed friends, and then my friend hooked me up with him.
But once you've been the victim of abuse, you become attracted to people and circumstances that will abuse you again. I mean, that's the nature of repetition compulsion. And so this guy spotted her, she spotted him, and it made for the perfect victimization, dance. So, Sarah, you've got to tell your parents, you've got to get help with this. We see a very, very tough road ahead unless you get some help with this. It's no fooling. This is no fooling. And let the band tell you. They're your idols. Let them, will you follow their direction?
Yeah, have respect for yourself first.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it's not a situation where you need to be doing these things. I mean, I especially if the guy is older, I know that people can sort of be persuasive in those situations, but you really shouldn't submit yours. I mean, it seems as if, especially with the guy being older, you shouldn't be part of that, and especially if it's something that makes you uncomfortable enough to call into a radio show. You're obviously not comfortable with the situation, and if anything, you should try to just be your own advocate. I mean,
and the gang aspect of that sounds weirdly weird too, man.
I mean, and Sarah,
I would tell law enforcement. In fact, I mean, you were gang raped by adults. And so you need to get a forensic exam. You need to tell your parents. You need to talk about this, my dear. You do.
And Sarah, we're not vilifying you at all. I mean, you obviously in this situation would feel separated from, I guess, the rest of the situation. But I if anything, I feel like you should maybe take some time to examine what's going on. I mean, like you said, like Dr. Drew said, take some time with it.
But contact law enforcement. You think, Dr. Drew?
Tell some adults.
Yeah.
Get help.
Sarah, I agree. Because I don't overlook how kind of serious this is. A guy with a 19-year-old brain doing this to a young girl. It's it's pretty serious.
No, it's very.
Good luck.
It doesn't get much more serious than this, really.
Right.
Okay.
Good luck, Sarah. Call us back if you need us. 1-800-LOVE-191. I promise happier calls when we get back with Andy and Ashley from the Black Veil Brides. I know you guys are really excited that they're in the studios. They are, in fact, right here in front of me. BVBArmy.com, the official website. We're going to talk about the Sunset Trip Music Festival, the new album Set the World on Fire, a whole bunch of other stuff. 1-800-LOVE-191 is that number. It's Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number to call us up. The band that has joined us tonight, it's almost difficult to put into words how popular and how well-respected they've become in such a short time. With only 2 albums in, they have captivated audiences and critics alike, and actually their peers, their elder statesmen within the metal and hard rock community really give this band a lot of respect, and they've earned it because I went to see them today at the Warped Tour down in San Diego. And let me tell you, these kids put on a great show, and they're very, very talented. They are the Black Veil Brides. BVBArmy.com, the official website. New album, Set the World on Fire, available everywhere. Music is sold. Actually, this is a pretty good question coming from Crystal. She has a question for you guys. Crystal, what's up?
Hey.
What's happening?
All right. Well, I have to sing for an audition in 2 days, and not going to lie, not being dramatic, this has been the worst week of my life. So stressed out. And I also happened to get sick 2 days, before I got to perform and everything. So, yeah, I'm just wondering, what you do to get better, because I know you get sick on tour and you got to sing, and I just need some kind of, motivational words here.
You got to power through it, man. Honestly, I mean, there's a million remedies that you can get. You can get
well,
honey.
Not even remedies. First and foremost, she has to have passion for what she wants to do first. So it isn't going to matter if you're sick or what happens or whatever. First, have passion for what you want to do. And if it's in your heart, then it doesn't matter what stands in your way.
I mean, for me, singing every day, I do it because this is, it's all I know. So I know that, especially in terms of you're going into doing something that has pressure on you, and maybe you haven't done it much before. So the mounted pressure of doing the the initial singing or whatever will get to you.
Yeah, this is only my second time actually singing for something that counts, and I'm really trying to get into this art school because I know it's going to get me to where I want to be.
Is this an audition?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you interviewed for jobs or auditioned for things before?
No, because I don't have any experience.
What's the most stressful situation you have ever been in your life, or had the most pressure in?
The most stressful situation actually is tonight. Well, it doesn't have to do with singing, but my girlfriend is long distance, and she proposed that we have a break right now.
So, I mean, well, look, at 15, you don't have a lot of stressful stuff in your life up to this point. You know, this might damn well be the most stressful thing you've had to do. And, Andy, I mean, with all your success and as many shows as you played, can you remember back to when you used to get really nervous when you'd sing? Because I'm sure there was a time.
Honestly, I was unaware that other people didn't want to hear me sing. If anything, I was obnoxious with wanting to sing constantly. So I think that the stress came from like societal situations or being in around other people that maybe weren't cool to be around me or what have you, and being sort of an outcasted kid in school. So I can definitely understand that part of it. But in terms of singing, I think that you can equate it to anything else. You can be stressed about anything in your life, but as long as, like Ashley was saying, as long as you have the passion for what you're doing and you can power through it, I can understand that people get sick or they get, stage fright or nerves or what have you going into performance. But if you really want more than anything to do this and you want to be part of this art school or whatever it is that you're doing, you really have to understand that this is your chance and you just got to power through it. I mean, even if your throat is hurting or you feel like you feel sick or feverish or anything else, the moment that you're done with your 3.5 minutes of the song you have to sing, you're going to feel fine. So just put your head down and power through.
Yeah, I'm a pretty positive person, but it's just pretty stressful, and
Then stay positive. If you believe yourself to be positive, you can always be positive. Never give in that hope that you have.
Yeah, and it never hurts to hear words from, my favorite person ever, Andy Six and Ashley Purdy and Black Veil Bride. So.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Like right before you go into doing it. That's a nice little boost of confidence.
We believe in you.
This made my night right now.
Record this. We believe in you. And as much as we can't be there, we'll be there in spirit, I promise.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck, Crystal. Hey, Kelly?
Hello?
You have a fear of penis?
Yeah.
Why is that?
So do I. Everyone but my own.
Why?
I don't know why. That's why I called.
Like, when you say fear of penis, you mean fear of, like, having sex? Or, like, you don't want to be around things shaped like a penis? Like, you don't like mushrooms and stuff?
It's like I get uncomfortable when I'm around it.
You're 17.
You may have a natural aversion to this.
But time out. Kelly, you get uncomfortable when you're around it? You mean, like in the raw? Or just guys?
No, when I have, like, when there's, like, I'm intimate with someone and, like, they're hard, I'm like, no. Yeah.
Perhaps you're a lesbian.
Or perhaps you're just not ready for any of this. You're 17.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe you should wait till you do know.
Okay.
Now,
that's really good advice.
Now, when I have encountered penis phobias in my travels, and the cases that I have seen, almost always the women were, when they were children, they were caretakers of like older men, like grandfather or something who was bedridden, and they end up having to change diapers and stuff. Were you ever put in that position?
Well, my dad, he was gross.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Don't get too descriptive.
Pardon?
What happened?
He would, like, show me his thing.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's sexual abuse again, Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, so that's inappropriate. So, of course, you were traumatized by that, and of course you have a little bit of mixed feelings about it.
But what do? I can't, like, I like guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Well, the problem is, again, the conundrum of having been through something like that is you're going to actually like being around a guy and feel comfortable around a guy who's just like your dad, who's exactly the guy you don't want to be around. So to break those kinds of cycles and those sorts of motivations, you have to get treatment. So
I'm like, my family doesn't really have like money for that.
Do you go to a high school though, right? Or you're in Canada?
Yeah.
You're in Canada. Don't you guys have free health care? Isn't that the big deal in Canada?
Well, yeah.
Well, go get some.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Gosh. Nothing but intense stuff tonight.
It started out so innocent, and then I'm afraid of penis, and then it ended in
it always
the
goes
usual,
back to the
BVBArmy.com, the official website for the Black Veil Brides who have joined us tonight. Yeah, I saw on call screen your fear of penis. I'm like, here we go. Kind of break the ice a little bit. Julia, you have a question for the band?
Hello.
Yeah. Whoa.
Hello.
Is this like the interview show?
This is the interview show.
Interview.
Oh my God.
You're on the interview show.
This is awesome. Sorry, I got really excited.